Hey, it's Kley. Welcome to another video. I'm very excited. I've continued the progression here on my Dumble ODS clone. This is a Yelk Electronics Dumble-inspired amplifier. This amp is pretty much done. I have finished this simple head enclosure for it made out of pine using dowel joints, and got the nice front panel here with kind of the book-matched centerpieces. I also managed to complete a front plate that has some stamped letterings, and I just basically wanted to spend some time go through the feature set on this amp. And if you've never heard of or played a double amp before, I'll maybe kind of explain how some of the features work. So a lot of these are, a lot of ODS style amps share a lot of these common controls, so hopefully I can shed a little light on that. I went with a single input here on the right side of the control panel. Some Dumbles also have an FET or a JFET style input. The purpose of that would be to kind of beef up a different type of input. I find using electric guitars that FET style input is not really something that I need or want. I think the normal input works excellent for electric guitars, but if you're using, it really is designed for something like maybe acoustic or pedal steel or something else, kind of along that lines. But I chose to eliminate that just for the sake of purity and simplicity, and because it fits more of what I'm going for with just using this as an electric guitar amp. Then we've got an input gain. This is really kind of a stage 1 volume control. This is located, we've got the input goes to the first gain stage of the 12AX7, then it runs into the tone stack, and then it runs into this volume control. So this really acts as an input gain. Now, if you're running on the clean channel, though, think of like a blackface Fender, the volume control. This is the same thing as that. Whereas if you're in the drive channel, it really becomes more of a gain control. So I've labeled it with a G for gain, but you kind of think of it as, like I said, an input volume control. And let's just hear a little bit of the range there. So we'll start on the clean channel. So this would be like the master is cranked up. Neither of these two controls are working for the drive channel, so it's just the input volume and the 3-band EQ master presence. So let's hear how that sounds. So that is super cranked there on that end. Imagine a cranked Fender Deluxe Reverb, something in that ballpark. I find the real sweet spot on this is kind of between about maybe 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock. So I'm going to keep it here at kind of at about 11 or noon. I find is a really nice volume setting that'll work well for both channels. Next, we've got a brake control. Just adding some really nice top end sparkle there. I kind of personally prefer to leave it off and use the treble control, but it is a nice feature to have. Next is really, I think, the hidden sauce on this amp, and that's the rock jazz switch. The rock mode puts it a typical Fender Marshall Vox style tone stack that you're used to with those types of amps. And then the jazz position actually is a Baxandall or James, I believe it would be more the James style. It's a passive, it's not active like Baxandall, but the point of that tone stack is it is a really nice way to get more of a flat EQ response. The Fender Marshall Vox style is always going to be a little bit mid-scooped, and it just kind of changes, especially the interaction between the bass and treble controls. So I actually have also found... So this is that jazz mode. You can get a super scoop tone. Leave it in rock mode for a little bit, but I do really like the versatility that the rock jazz switch adds. I think it's a really underrated feature. This third switch turns it to the drive channel. Now, on the back of the amp, there are two 1/4-inch jacks. One of them is the speaker out, and the one over on this far side by the input jack is also a foot switch. You can put a 1/4-inch instrument cable out to my foot switch pedal, and this will switch between the clean and the drive channels. And when you're using the foot switch pedal, it needs to be up in the drive mode, but you can also use, if you're not using the foot switch, you can use the front panel to go clean to drive. And that engages these two controls over here after the treble mid bass. This is a gain control for the drive channel, and this is a volume control on the output of the drive channel that you can use to mix. So you kind of set your clean channel where you want. And then if you want a little boost, you can bump this up. So there you have it. That's my Dumble ODS. I really enjoyed this amp build. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Also, this amp, like I said, may have said before, has actually been sold. So this amp is on its way out. The owner is going to cover it. But other than that, it is completely ready to go. If you have an amplifier that I've always dreamed of and would love to bring to fruition, send me an email. I'd love to chat with you, see if we can make your dream a reality. I'm basically offering a full consultation, and we'll see if we can put together the schematic of your dreams and then make that schematic into a reality, into an amp you can actually play, hand-wired, point-to-point, by yours truly here in my basement. So if you're interested in that, please send me an email. Link will be down in the description below. Thank you very much for joining. I'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.